Hello, everyone. My name is Jenna Lewis, and I would like to welcome you to Music Talks. This is a podcast which is recorded and posted basically anywhere you can find your podcast, and it's also filmed and recorded on YouTube for you to see my beautiful face. Hi, guys. Basically, what Music Talks is, it's basically where we talk everything music. And when I say everything, I mean everything. I'm talking every genre, aspect, as many artists as you can think of, meanings behind songs, and so much more. You can basically call me your source for musical education. So if you want to talk about this artist, this genre, exactly how music is even related to this thing, this is for you. Sit down. Let's talk. We're friends now. But for this episode, since it's my first episode, we're not gonna get into all of the straight music talk. We're gonna do like a little bit of an introduction so you guys can get to know me better. To kind of understand why I'm doing this podcast, so you guys can become more familiar with me, and you don't click off this video and go watch another video or go listen to another podcast, because you guys are going to be interested in me to want to see what happens in the next one, which is where we're going to go into music. So if you want to get into it, don't move. You're going to get to know me first, and then we'll talk about music. Yeah, as usual, if you do like what I'm putting down and you're interested to see where it goes, give a like if you're watching on YouTube, and save the podcast or whatever you do on the podcast service that you use to kind of like save the podcast, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for YouTube, and turn on the post notifications for both YouTube and whatever podcast service you're using, so you don't miss out on anything. Basically what this whole thing is about. You guys better subscribe, because I would love to build a community of music lovers who can express their feelings about anything that has to do with music, and can, even where music can't even be expected to be referred in. And, we're going deep. All right, some things that you wouldn't think that music can be a part of, we're going into that. We're going into all of it, whatever you guys want, because again, I may have my topic set up, but it's all gonna be on what the people want. I speak for the people. That was bad, but yeah, as I said, yeah, let's get to know me. So, how I did this was basically I went to my Instagram, which is at Jenna MW Lewis, if you wanna, give me a follow. And I asked my friends to basically treat me like I'm a YouTube influencer, and ask me questions on there. So, to find out a lot more about me. Wait, am I even on it? Hold on. Yeah. But, they actually slayed the house down. They understood the assignment. And I love my friends. And, my Instagram my followers, the 200 and something of you guys. And I hope that goes up by the end of this video. And my friends, they really took it to heart. They really wanted to know me. They asked questions that they don't even know these things already. And they asked me some music related questions and some non-music related questions. So it's a musical podcast. I don't want to go off topic all the time, because some people are very picky with that. If you're going to talk about something completely different to what they came or clicked on the video or clicked on the podcast to listen or watch through, they're not going to listen to you anymore. And I don't want to be that person. So there are music related questions. And if you're one of those people who are picky, I am going to talk about myself, because you're getting to know me. So if you don't like that, there's the door. It's right there. It's actually over here. But I'm not talking about my door. I'm talking about the exit. Which is whichever way your exit is. Anyway, that's not important. So, I have a bunch of questions that I'm going to read and answer for you guys. It'll help you to get to know me. And I promise, after this episode, straight into music. Straight into it. I have like a whole half-hour video based on our first music talk. Oh my God. Guys, I keep referring to my podcast so much. Like, if you haven't subscribed, this is your time to do it. Like, if you haven't liked, if you haven't shared it, I mean, I understand you probably want to listen fully first. But, after, like, you gotta share it. If you haven't turned on them notifications, this is your time. I'm gonna refer to my podcast so much. It just makes sense that you subscribe from now. Anyways, y'all, I'm actually stalling. But I have to go and find the questions though, so give me a second. Okay, I found them. Alright, so our first question. What made you want to create a podcast? This is actually a very interesting story, but I'm going to tell it. Maybe a little long, but I'm going to tell it. So, around last year, March or April, if you are Caribbean, then you definitely know this. In high school, when you reach grade 11, you're going to sit an exam, which is CSEC, which is under a huge exam cooperation called CXC, which is where you have CSEC, and then when you go to grade 12 and 13, you do CAPE. But last year, which is 2022, I was doing CSEC. And for the SBA, school-based assessment, that we had to do for English, basically we had to do an oral presentation based on the theme and the topic that our SBA was about. My SBA was on music, and that was my theme. And the topic was how the lyrics of songs impact the self-esteem or mental health of teenagers / teenage girls. I remember at one point I wanted to focus mainly on teenage girls, but then I think I changed it to teenagers in general. I don't remember, but I know it was teenagers. Definitely. Whether it was girls or boys, I don't even remember. But yeah, so the only choices we had for the oral presentation was to either do a monologue or like a drama piece or a poem. And I chose a drama piece. And I mean, I'm not really the best with writing poems. I mean, I can rhyme. I write songs. But writing poems, I don't know why that seems so hard for me to do. But it was. So please don't judge me that I can't write a poem. I can write songs. They're basically the same thing. The same thing. Anyways. Yeah, so I chose to do a drama piece, but I didn't want to do like just talking about it. Obviously, you're going to have like a plot or something another for the drama piece, but I didn't want it to be generic. I don't know how generic I could get. Like, someone probably heard a song and they started to doubt themselves, like a body shaming song. I don't know. But that's not what I did. And the first thing that came to my head, I just knew from the beginning, nothing generic. I don't want like that. But the first thing that came up in my head was to do a podcast, or like to act out me filming a podcast about the topic of how lyrics affect self-esteem of teenagers. And I was like acting like I had my research. I had like a song that I was using to kind of guide the entire process. And when I had the whole thought of the podcast last year, that was the route that I wanted to go to. But then I kind of realized throughout the the year that passed, I didn't want to do that. I didn't think, I feel like it was gonna get a little bit too repetitive to have a song guide the entire thing. But I feel like I was just sticking to just songs when it comes to music, and I wanted to do everything music. So I expanded it to just doing every single thing that comes into music, every single thing that it entails. So I had written the script and everything last year based on my thoughts last year. But this year, the script now is completely different from what my script was last year. So, when you're producing something like this, ideas are going to change. It's not going to take you 2 weeks to come up with something like this we're going to run with. It's been a year. I could have been doing that, and I feel like I wouldn't like it. So this right now is beautiful. I like where my head is. I like where my thought processes are going. So yeah, I mean, for the presentation, it went really well. I got 100, Paris did the half down, period. You have to always understand the assignment, no matter what you're doing. Yeah. So, and I mean, when I had done it, I had told my mother, and she was like, why don't you make this a real thing? And I was like, that's actually a good idea. So now we're here. Officially, the first episode of probably a revolutionary podcast. Fingers crossed. Anyways, yeah, that's the first question. Question number 2. Who is Jenna? I am this person right here. Yeah, this is... I hope that didn't have any feedback on the mic. I think it did. Damn. Anyways, Jenna is me. I'm Jenna Lewis. I'm 18 years old. I'm 5'4". I'm short, okay? If anyone believes in it, my star sign is a Taurus. I mean, I don't believe in star signs, but I don't really believe in them. My birthday is May 14th, which sometimes falls on Mother's Day, so it's really kind of special. You're celebrating your mother, and then your mother is also celebrating the reason she's a mother, which is me. Because a lot of my 18th birthday actually fell on Mother's Day this year. So, what a coincidence. Your first child's an adult on Mother's Day. The reason you're a mother. What better Mother's Day gift is that? Yeah. I'm a very nice person. I realize sometimes I'm too nice, but I've learned to kind of balance it out. Sometimes you don't have to be too nice to people because you don't want them to take advantage of you. Yeah. And I'm a very kind person. I'm very nice. I feel like I'm a very helpful, caring, polite. Some people tell me I'm a likable person, but through my track record, a lot of people don't think that either, and that's okay. 13-year-old Jenna, I'm like, why don't you like me? Like, me, 18-year-old Jenna, is just like, if you're not bringing any value to my life, I don't really care if you don't like me. So, if you're not anybody who I care about, I don't need to know. I don't need to care if you like me. Also, if you're not like celebrities. Honestly, I don't even care if celebrities like me either. I mean, none of them know me. One day they will. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I feel like overall I'm not someone... I'm an approachable person. So if you see me like on the road, that's gonna be very hard because I'm never on the road. But when you see me, it's not like I don't want you to talk to me. If you want to talk to me, you can come up to me and talk to me. And thank you. A lot of people have just randomly come up to me and give me compliments. Not like in a weird way. Not weird. I haven't really had that much experience with like the weird thing. That's not Because I have an approachable face. A lot of people can come up to me and just say like, hi. Some people tell me like, oh my god, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful. Like recently someone said like, my body is beautiful and I shouldn't change anything. And I was like, that was so sweet. Sorry. Oh my god. And it just proves the point that I am very approachable, and I know I'm also very kind, so I won't ridicule you even if you're like somebody rude and mean. I mean, if you're rude and mean and you're not, vibing with me, I'm not gonna vibe with you. Like, come on now. Anyways, yeah, that's Jenna. And oh, one more thing. I'm very much a hot girl. Right now, I don't look that much of a hot girl because it's almost midnight. After this, I'm going to my bed. I'm not going to edit tonight. I went to my bed after this. I'll be at home tomorrow, so I can edit it tomorrow if anything. But yeah, that's Jenna Lewis for you. If you don't like her, you have a choice to stay or not. Anyways, next question. Oh, it is. This AC is not giving. Anyways, it's giving. So next question. What are some topics that we can expect? I mean, I gave you a slight rundown, genres, aspects, artists, meanings. I'll bring back the whole lyric thing that I did last year. And I said everything that deals with music. One thing that I'm super excited about is like movie compositions. Like you have your musical soundtracks in movies. Like when you think about music, that's not the first thing you think about. It's not the first thing I think about either, but I do think about it. Oh my god. I'm sorry. The things that you realize on camera. And I definitely I should have done a long time ago, and I do not know why I didn't do it. Look at that. I'm sorry, I forgot. I do have a lighting system. I do have a light, and you're just here, and I'm here like, which one do I like better? Yeah, this one, the more warmer one. Sorry, that took a good chunk of the time. Where am I? Topics that I can expect, and the whole movie composition thing. That's not the first thing you think about when you think about music. And that would be really fun to get into, like how they pick songs, how they place them in different scenes. I also have a big interest in acting and movies. Oh, that's one thing also. I love movies. Except horror films. Do never show me do never. Oh my god. Do not think I'll be interested in a horror film, as I am not. I am not. N-O-T. I am not. Okay? Yeah. Little extra thing after the question, who is Jenna? That was asked already. Little extra something. But yeah, also I'm very excited if I get the opportunity to talk to like people who are in the music industry and just their take on their journey in the music industry, what they've learned, what they do, different genres for different people, and just their journey doing that genre. That's really fun. I mean, I know some people. Some is it's slightly used. When I say some, could be very little, like 3 or 4. Probably not even 4, probably just 3. I don't know. I also have friends who like music, so fill out the spaces, yeah. So next question. Oh, this one's just random. What's your favorite food? Pasta. I'm a big pasta girl. My favorite pasta is Alfredo pasta. Not just any Alfredo pasta. Specifically the pasta that my mother makes, because she puts something in that pasta. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But it's It's beautiful. It's absolutely amazing. It's amazing. I don't know what she puts in there. And I mean, I love every other pasta you can give me, like spaghetti meat sauce, fettuccine, spaghetti, rigatoni. Pasta is pasta sometimes. It's not just pasta. There's different stuff. There's different stuff that it entails. Not trying to ridicule anybody's culture in here. I also love sushi. My love for sushi started late. It was at 10 when my mother took me out for my birthday. It was just me and her, and she let me order sushi, and I tasted it, and it was love at first taste. It's a beautiful thing, and I've loved sushi ever since. And I also understand why some people may not like it, because again, it is raw fish. But it's not that bad. It's sushi. Everyone loves what they love. And I love sushi. So, get Rick. Yeah. Next question. Where can I find updates on the podcast? I said it before. Anywhere you listen to your podcast, and on YouTube. I look tired. I'm sorry. I had work today. I am tired. But I said I want to do this tonight. Let's see what I can do. And I'm going to do it. Next question. Give any advice on like school, relationships? Fais-moi? Etc. I don't know how well of relationship advice I can give. So I'm going to give you school advice. So when it comes to like when you get into like the older grades in like high school, when it comes to picking subjects that please no do pick subjects that are going to benefit you in the long run, because if you don't, it's going to be really hard to get back on a track that you really want. And if you somehow don't get on that track, it's really not going to be a good look for you, because you'll literally be doing something that you're not happy with, you're not comfortable with, you're not excited to do, I should say. And I don't want that for people, because I kind of had that journey or experience with school, and I do not wish it on anybody. But yeah, I mean, for the Caribbean people, for like CSEC and CAPE, you want to pick the subjects that will benefit you, because for most of that year you'll be doing a subject that you don't like. Don't do that. I did chemistry. Okay, see, the thing is, I did chemistry off of a coincidence. But it wasn't really a coincidence, because I kind of was like, that wasn't my best science. My best science was physics. But the thing is, it was during COVID. I didn't cheat, but like everything was kind of more easier, more laid back. So I just did well, but I just knew when it came to grade 10 and picking as an actual science, going into the CSEC syllabus, I was not going to do well. I wasn't going to do well. And I knew, honest to God, because it took me so long to really understand what I was doing in grade 9, even though I did so well, grade 10 will be 10 times worse. So I didn't do it. But I did chemistry. And it was the same thing. No, lie. Hate the chemistry. Chemistry is But if you like it, do what you want. I don't ridicule people in here. I just want to say that, for real, I don't ridicule anybody. I'm editing this and I'm just saying that please do what you want. I just didn't like chemistry in school, like at all. Alright? Cool. Next question. What was that factor that catalyzed your close relationship with music? The whole fact that I mean, I dance. I am a dancer. I've been dancing since I was 3 years old. I did my first ballet class when I was 3, and I did ballet for 8 years and then stopped, but then continued dancing at my school, in my school's dance troupe. And I mean, for my entire life, music has been a part of my life, because music has a huge impact on dance. I mean, you can dance in silence, but music really does help to bring a story across and just to add another sense of feeling to dancing. And that's been a part of me in my entire life. That is probably the reason that I love music so much, because of the different genres of dance that match the different genres of music. And it just comes together. And majority of the songs that I listen to or I love is mainly because of dancing. And I know one clear out of my head: Stand Up by Cynthia Erivo, which was in the movie Harriet in 20... Was it 2020? When did Harriet come out? 2019. Oof. Sorry. 2019. In 2019. I think I had heard the song in 2020. And that song, I had heard it in dancing. I wasn't dancing to the song. It's another dance that I wasn't in, but I was there when they were practicing it, and that song was just so amazing. I remember going home immediately, looking up the song, and absolutely falling in love with it. And I also watched the movie that same night. Amazing. It was an absolutely amazing movie. So dancing is definitely a huge part in my love for music, and I definitely can tell you that, again, a lot of the music that I enjoy is because of dancing, because I can dance to it. And that's also one thing about me as well. I don't have a specific genre that I like. If I can dance to it, if I can vibe to it, if I can have feelings and emotions towards it, I will like it. No matter if it's R&B, no matter if it's hip hop, no matter if it's like classical, I will like it. The only music genre that I really don't like have a strong connection to, or it's just like not something that I was really into, is rock, like hardcore rock and country music. And this is going to kill them Caribbean people. I'm not the biggest dancehall fan. I like most of the songs, but like I wouldn't say I'm a dancehall fan. I don't want to say that I'm a dancehall fan. I'm like, I don't know dancehall. I know dancehall, but I'm not a dancehall fan. How is that better? I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, do I have any more questions? I think that's it. I'm sorry. I keep hitting the mic. Trying to see if I can find any more questions. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That is me. That is Jenna Lewis. All you need to know, and a little bit more. But as we go along in future episodes, you're definitely gonna know more about me and my life, and because I'm gonna talk about music, and basically music is my life. No, it's not. But that is it for the introduction video. I hope you guys got to know more about me, the beautiful host of this amazing podcast, Music Talk, which is going to skyrocket. I know it for sure. And I'm super excited to see where this podcast goes. I'm definitely excited to see how you guys take in the idea of this music-centered podcast and just all things music, going deep in the depths of music, from the history to the different eras to musical artists. I'm definitely going to pull up some musical artists that you don't even know, and I probably will discover them for the first time as well. But that's what happens. You just gotta discover them. You gotta know who they are. And I mean, there's so many. There's so many like small ones, and just need them to rise. And a lot of them are like really good. So yeah. But that is it for the introduction video. If you guys did enjoy knowing a little bit more about me and are interested in what's to come, make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, turn on the notifications, save it on your podcast list, turn the notifications over there too, so you don't miss a video. Absolutely not. We don't need that. We don't. And this is Jenna Lewis signing off.